All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a recorded because I want to make sure that um, I can get all of my listeners to participate on Saturday, January 31st. Um, the time will be 2 p.m. American Central Time, 3 p.m. Canadian Time, 8 p.m. West African Time, 9 p.m. South African Time, 10 p.m. East African Time, and 8 p.m. UK Time. Uh, for those of you that's still interested in being on the panel, please try to practice with me. But what I want you to do is send me your email address to my Facebook inbox. Okay. If you're serious about coming on the this platform on Saturday. With that being said, welcome to GRCAM Monthly Virtual Interactive Conference on Saturday, January 31st, 2026, which is also my birthday. So my birthday wish is that everyone that's listening, all of my listeners worldwide, would become GRCAM members. That's very important. Become a GRCAM member. And please purchase my ebook. It's available on my Amazon author page, which will be in the comment section below this audio podcast, as well as other links. But click on that, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to guide you all through the steps once I finish with this presentation. So bear with me. But please purchase my ebook. It's available for $9.99. I try to make it as affordable as possible. And if you got a good smartphone, you can download it to your smartphone and just read my story for yourself. If you agree with my vision and plan to help improve Black America, specifically Black Chicago, then you will automatically become a GRCAM member. That's what the whole purpose of me writing that book for, is to recruit brave and smart, like-minded Black people, brave and smart, like-minded African people worldwide. You don't even have to live in the United States. But I just want you to read my story first and foremost. That's all. I'm your host, Emmanuel Barbie. Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe to my YouTube page, ladies and gentlemen. Our theme for today: banned in Europe, sold in Africa. Before I go into my presentation, let me explain to my listeners why we hold these monthly virtual interactive conferences in the first place. We do this in order to raise funds for our film project, quote, Hood Liberator, made in Chicago. The war against Willie Lynch begins. This is my last attempt to try to do something positive for my racial group, Black Americans, descendants of American slaves / freedmen. Shout out to Sister Renee, who has been working with me behind the scenes for the past 14 years. Shout out to Lady Vicky, who has come aboard to be on my advisory board or part of my resource team. Shout out to her. Shout out to the people, I'm going to say from last year that have came on my this platform. Much respect and shout out to you all. Really appreciate that. Anyway, we host our monthly virtual interactive conference on the last Saturday of, of each month in order to interact with our listeners and again to raise funds for our film project. We're using three crowdfunding sites: GoFundMe, Buy Me a Coffee, and PayPal Giving Fund. So, because some people tell me that they don't like using GoFundMe, I say, okay, fine. I give you options. Once we raise the $250,000, then I will encourage those of you who are seasoned filmmakers to come to Chicago so that we can begin hosting auditions for a role in the film, etc. Once we get this film project fully funded and made, I want to make sure that Sister Renee will be well taken care of. Um, Again, I want to acknowledge people that work with me, you know. So in her case, we're going to dedicate a special chapter for her in West Memphis, Arkansas, dedicated to her, a chapter. Hopefully, her family members, would be willing to work with her to help her manage the business and all that. I can't depend on my family because my family members are full of Willie Lynch. You know what I'm saying? But I can pass my business down to GRCAM members. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole purpose of this business being membership based. That's just how it is. Um, and again, before I cut and run to Africa, I want to make sure that I can sustain myself in Africa. I want to make sure that, you know, I'm going to be in a better position financially. So when I do come to Africa, I can bring economic tangibles for GRCAM members as well as for the locals. I would say Black South Africans, and to also encourage them to become GRCAM members as well. But we got to get it popping here first, and that's for credibility. Um, and I'm going to turn the business over to my management team, and I'm going to lead by example by applying for dual citizenship in South Africa. My focus is on legacy building. Once GRCAM Chicago is established, then I would be free to turn my Christian business over to my management team and expand it to the African continent. But I need African immigrants here in America to step up and work with me. I need the global African family to step up and help get my revised book on that bestsellers list. So that way I can be in a better position financially to hire Black people and to hire African people. We have made significant progress in spreading the vision and plan through our Black media component, quote, help stop the genocide in American ghettos podcast, unquote. But we need your support to take this project to the next level. GRCAM Chicago will raise the bar in Black America. And how will we do that? First, by separating ourselves from the enemy within. That is, separating ourselves from con artists, Black boule, degenerates, Democrat shills, hardened criminals, pedophiles, off-code Negroes, and urban terrorists. Got to separate ourselves from those people, ladies and gentlemen. We can't build with those type of people. They off code. And like I said, all of the principles in my revised book is the code for GRCAM members, and that's what I'm selling. I'm selling ideas. Once we have brick and mortar or a physical building, then we will hold mandatory orientations for local Chicago residents who live on the west side of Chicago. As I mentioned in my revised book, we will cover Austin, Garfield Park, and North Lawndale, and eventually expand the business to the south side of Chicago. We will lay out everything on the table and let the community decide if they want to be a part of us After all, the whole purpose of me building this business is to help our people that are serious and that have goals or aspirations. Those that want more out of life, we're going to come there to serve you, not trying to take over somebody's neighborhood and all that kind of garbage. We want to give you an opportunity to live your life goals, help you reach your life goals, in other words, long as it's legal. Um, because American society, they care more about animals than they care about our black children that's trapped in American ghettos. How do I know? Because that's where I came from. And again, talk about that in the book, so I'm not going to go into that. Those who have rejected my vision and plan for the past 34 years will not be part of my business because my business will be membership based. And when I'm dead and gone, we're going to have protocol in place um, to carry out, my mission. Um, Also, we want to give a strong message to con artists. Let them know up front that there will be consequences in this business because I don't associate with those type of people. And some, I would say small-minded individuals. They say that I perceive to act like I'm better than someone else, and that's not necessary. That's not the case at all. I just don't fool with those type of people. If you want to be around con artists and degenerates and people that lack ambitions in life, that's on you. I don't operate like that. Um, I'm just saying. Um, as a matter of fact, I ran across a twisted sister who tried to run game on me. She told me that she could help me get exposure for my film project through a local television station. I was interested in doing business with her until she started showing me red flags. First of all, she wanted me to give her cash. And I told her I don't do business that way. I prefer to use a money order from my bank. Secondly, uh, come to find out she doesn't even work at that local TV station. Yes, she has connections there, but she doesn't work there. So right there, that just killed everything. If I see red flags, I'm leaving you alone. And I deleted her off my friends list too, because I don't associate with those type of people. And like I say, up in our business, since I can't get at them like I would want to, but because hey, we live in the white man's country, so I got to follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? Can't get at them like we want to. But one thing we could do though, we're gonna take them to federal court. That's how I get down. I don't operate like the next black man. I have my own style and way of doing things. I don't try to copy somebody else's style. I just be who I am. It is what it is. I don't put on no front. That's why I encourage people to read my story first so you'll know what you're getting yourself involved with. I'm not that type of brother that sit up here and want to be a people pleaser. That's how come a lot of people, they want to give me the show coder or they want to wait around until this business materialize and then they think they're going to get in my pockets. Well, we'll see. Yes, there's a lot of scammers out there and in all racial groups, but over here, again, I don't want to fool with those type of people. So that's why we want to weed people out. In my business, everyone must pass our criminal background checks. Now, we will have some exceptions. We will offer a second chance program for ex offenders for nonviolent crimes, but I'm going to get to that in a moment. So they have to pass our criminal background checks, sign the community pledge, and I require them to submit their thumbprint to be placed in our database in order for us to weed out those who would try to undermine us. I'm doing this to keep our people safe. And whole purpose of me bringing this business to the inner cities, our low income African American community or low income Black community, is to give our youth, our Black youth, an opportunity to live their lives rather than worried about being shot down like an animal. That's why I'm trying to bring this to the inner cities. But again, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And this is why I created this platform. I've been on YouTube now since 2010 when I published my first book, which, I ended up getting ripped off, but, that's another story. We're not going to go there right now. Um, in this business, we are M1, meaning we are melanated first. Nothing else on earth matters. That's how we're going to get down in this business. Our goal is to solve Black issues point blank. Our ancestors built Black Wall Street all by themselves without the help of other groups. And that was during Jim Crow. GRCAM members will build GRCAM of Chicago. Now, I do want to mention that non-Black sympathizers, they are welcome to join us, not as groups, but as individuals. During our mandatory orientation, they must tell us where they stand as it pertains to lineage-based cash payment reparations for descendants of American slaves / freedmen. If they agree, cool. If they disagree, they got to keep it moving. They can't be a part of us. It's just that simple. Also, they're going to have to pay a reparations fee if they want to be a part of this business. That's just how it is. So, what is this film about and the schedule? This docudrama is about my life experience growing up in a dysfunctional household and being neglected by my extended family members. I used my pain to want more for my racial group. This is why I'm so passionate about connecting with other like-minded Black people and like-minded African people so that together we can build something of our own and for our own people to enjoy. And there's nothing wrong with that. Latinos have their own, specific things for their group. Asian people have something specific for their groups. Jews have something specific for their groups. But when it comes down to Black people trying to have their own stuff, then it becomes an issue. Like it's supposed to be for everybody. No, it's not for everybody. Everybody have their own cultures and all that kind of stuff. So over here, that's what I talk about in the book as well. We're going to gatekeep. We're not going to have this for everybody. Doggone it. If they're not, again, like I say, I'm separating ourselves from the enemy within, first and foremost. And those are off-code Negroes. That's part of our family. That's part of our friends. And some of those people don't need to be around us. But hey, if you want them in your life, that's on you. But I'm just saying in this business, they're not going to be in my business at all. Because we're going to check everybody when they come through our doors. Check them mean we're going to vet people. We're going to have armed security. We're going to have surveillance cameras. And we're going to have drones and whole 9 yards. Because I'm about community safety. That's all. So in this business, I'm trying to figure out where, just bear with me. So anyway, what I want to say on this is that I have been getting a lot of pushback, not from white America, but from Black America because of this unchecked slave mentality within Black society. In my business, we will declare war on this slave mentality once and for all. This is the most important film since Roots. That's why I'm saying this is very important. Now, last year I didn't get any donations at all, and that's okay. It is what it is. That's why I gotta. Hey, I'm gonna keep on trying. That's all I can do, and I'm documenting this stuff. That's why I have it, of my platform available in terms of audio as well as video, and people can read the manuscript, and that's on my Medium page, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm reading my manuscript because I write out my speeches so that way I can stay on point when I'm talking rather than just rambling off at the mouth and all that. Our plan is to complete a pre-production, post-production, and prepare, quote, Hood Liberator Made in Chicago, the War Against Willie Lynch Begins, for release. Hopefully it would be released, I would say, near the end of 2026 or 2027, with your support, of course. So that would be the pre-production. We're gonna require funding, production. That's also gonna require funding for the post production, and then funding for the release. With your support, we can ensure a timely and impactful release that aligns with the significant film project. What's the budget? $250,000 in order for us to make a quality Black empowerment film. We have carefully considered the budget to ensure that every dollar is used wisely and effectively. Our budget breaks down includes expenses for production equipment and crew. Post-production include editing, sound design, and visual effects, licensing, and archive footage, marketing and promotion, distribution, and premiere events. Your contribution will be instrumental in covering these costs and bringing Hood Liberator Made in Chicago, the War Against Willie Lynch Begins, to a global audience. Because we're going to have it in selected theaters. We also going to have it as on stream where people can, download it. And I'm not going to go into all those details right now, but, I'm just giving you the basics. I do want to have my, I'm going to say my film project team in place to work with me. Because again, I can't do everything, and I'm not going to do everything. This is how come, I'm reaching out to the global African family, reaching out to the Black grassroots as well. And again, I want people to read the story first. Read my book. So that way, if you agree, cool. I want you to work with me. Those that disagree, delete me off your friends list. Go on about your business. We can remain strangers for life, as far as I'm concerned. And that's real. Why do I care so much about this project? I am deeply passionate about this this docudrama because our story has the power to influence our Black youth. This project matters because it's not just about preserving a legacy of a new Black movement. It's about recognizing the contributions of unsung heroes who laid the foundation of GRCAM. Yes, I helped found GRCAM, but it's a lot of people that encouraged me this far. They encouraged me about writing my story and all that stuff. I lost a lot of them too because I'm just gonna mention a few sites like on Black Planet, MySpace, um, even Google Groups and stuff like that. A lot of people that I was interacting with, they didn't want to exchange emails. I don't know why they were so paranoid about that. But once those, sites got shut down, hey, I lost those people. It's unfortunate. I'm, ran across some cool, brothers and sisters that I used to interact in my social groups, but a lot of them didn't, you know, want to exchange emails. So that's why I'm saying it's very important. If you're serious about doing business with me, exchange emails. By sharing their stories and insights, we can honor their contributions and ensure that future generations have an accurate understanding of GRCAM and dealing head on with this Willie Lynch mentality within Black society. This docudrama is a testament of my commitment to building something positive for Black America and expanding it to the African continent to give Black parents options where they would like to raise their children. With your support, we can make um, this film project to turn it into a reality. Risk and challenges. I want to talk to you about the potential obstacles we might face while bringing um, this docudrama to life. Your support means everything to us, and we believe in keeping you informed every step of the way. First and foremost, there's the risk of not meeting our funding goal. It's a possibility that we've taken in account, but with your help in spreading the word about our campaign, we're confident that we can overcome this challenge. Now, when it comes to production, documentaries can be unpredictable. We might encounter unexpected delays due to various factors like scheduling conflicts or unforeseen issues with equipment. Please know that we're committed to staying adaptable and transparent with you throughout this process. Legal and licensing matters can be a bit of a maze. Obtaining the necessary rights and licenses for music, art, archive footage, and more can be complex. We will work closely with legal experts to minimize any complications. Post production, with its technical um, intrinsics and create creative decisions, may also pose challenges. We will hire a production company to help us, um, a legitimate production company that is, to have an expert team in place to navigate this phase effectively. Distribution and marketing are key to getting our docudrama out there. We're already strategizing on this front and exploring distribution options. Your continued support and word of mouth will be invaluable to us. Lastly, your expectations are important to us. We promise to keep you updated regularly, sharing our progress, challenges, and any challenges to our timeline or scope. We welcome your questions, feedback, and ideas throughout this exciting journey. Thank you for being part of the docudrama. Together, we overcome these challenges and make this documentary become a reality so that we can create future Black empowerment films. Supporters of our film project, make a pledge without a reward back because you believe in it and it speaks volume to you. The vision of GRCAM Chicago is to build a bridge between the low income African American community or low income Black community and the African immigrant community. Building this bridge is vital to the survival of Black Americans and African immigrants. Our main objective for Black Americans who become GRCAM members is for them to heal from this slave mentality imposed on our people by the white supremacist financial elites. And also for African immigrants who become GRCAM members to heal from this or from their colonized mindset imposed on them by the white supremacist financial elites. We will learn how to respect each other's culture, learn how to trust one another, learn how to do business with each other so that we can replicate this business model on the African continent. We encourage the, the diaspora to invest in African people, the culture, and help assist in building the infrastructure Africa lacks, as well as bring our business development to Africa and vice versa. For Native Africans to do international trade with our people within the low income Black community in order for there to be a win-win situation for both groups, unlike Pan-Africanism, which was only one-sided and only benefited African immigrants and Afro-Caribbeans who came to the United States. GRCAM would take the lead to make sure that both the diaspora, African immigrants, and Native Africans will benefit from this business endeavor. Under our nonprofit sector of the business, it will consist of a cooperative, meaning those who are officially GRCAM members and active members will own 2% of the company once they are in our database. That means, they submit their thumbprints. Because like I said, we screening everybody, even on the continents. I ain't having that corruption and all that garbage. I'm just saying. I created this platform so that we can talk publicly about our issues among each other. I want us to start producing our own Black media. Africa is our birthright, and that's why I want to reconnect to my ancestral homeland. We are the last vanguard to global Black economic empowerment. This is why it's so important that GRCAM members build GRCAI of Chicago so that our brothers and sisters who are unable to leave America due to financial circumstances can have a place of their own to fight for and access to a global network in Africa, the Caribbean, and eventually in Brazil. I can't do all this stuff in my lifetime. I'm just saying. It's been 34 years. I'm still on first base, and that's unacceptable. But bottom line, I'm doing the best that I can to get this business to move to the next level. All I have again is my revised book. I have my virtual store. I have this platform, and now I'm trying to do a film project. And some of my critics say that I don't like, I'm just paraphrasing what they say to me, that I don't like being challenged. 34 years is a jail sentence. Now, doggone it. Again, this is just spiritual warfare, bottom line. Because, I'm trying to do something productive and positive, just trying to build something productive and that's going to be beneficial for our people. Bottom line. Descendants of American slaves / freedmen and African immigrants are the last line of defense against global Black exploitation. If we don't become the gatekeepers of our culture and our economics, then the whole global push for Black liberation collapses. The grassroots community activist movement, thank you for considering supporting our film project by purchasing my ebook and reading my story for yourself. Again, if you agree with my vision and plan to help improve Black America, specifically Black Chicago, then you will automatically become a GRCAM member. You will play a crucial role in supporting our mission to create quality Black empowerment films to help us obtain seed money for our startup Christian business in Chicago, Illinois. It will help put me in a better position financially so that I can hire Black people and African people. With your support, we will be able to create quality um, Black empowerment films and offer valuable insight for our Black artists, African artists, and Black entrepreneurs, African entrepreneurs. Our aim is to equip our members and students with knowledge and resources that they can that they need to succeed in their business endeavors. By joining our membership, you will have access to exclusive content, early reviews of our films, videos, and articles, and the opportunity to engage with a community of like minded individuals who share a passion for entrepreneurship and economic development. Your support will directly contribute to the growth and impact of the Black community and the African immigrant community in Chicago. Together, we can make a difference and unlock the potentials of Black entrepreneurs and African entrepreneurs. I am passionate content creator on YouTube dedicated to telling real stories, sparking conversations, and creating content that inspires and empower Black Americans and African people worldwide. Your support means the world to me, and every coffee you buy from that coffee site, buy me a coffee, helps me get closer to turning my film project into a reality. It's my goal through this film to reach the Black masses and the Black world in order to change lives through my work. Join us today and be a part of this exciting journey in Black America, changing lives with a new mindset, community, and connection. The Grassroots Community Activist Institute of Chicago will help organize festivals, community gatherings, and live performances, giving our members, supporters, and community partners a platform to share their talents and skills. Through community contributions, we ensure these meaningful experiences remain accessible to our members. One of the benefits of being a GRCAM member is that local musicians will have an opportunity to have their music um, in our films, stage plays, and during our live events. Um, our values are the foundation of our organization and the driving force behind all of our initiatives. We are committed to making a positive impact in the low income Black community by promoting cultural awareness, providing educational and artistic opportunities, promoting Black economic empowerment, and promoting social responsibility and environmental sustainability. We believe that everyone has the potential to make a meaningful contribution to society, and we are proud to support and engage individuals throughout the diaspora to achieve their full potential through this business. Programs at GRCAM Chicago will be designed to promote educational, cultural, recreational, and other activities for the benefit of the low income Black community, for local residents who become GRCAM members. Our objective is to strengthen the descendants of American slave family, help improve the image of Black culture through our Black empowerment films, and improve community infrastructure on the west side of Chicago and eventually on the south side of Chicago. promote both Black culture and African culture through arts, music, fine arts, entertainment, sports, recreation, and other activities through our business, and promote annual festivals as community events for the benefit of local residents where we present our events. Pursue public and private grants, donations, and contributions to be recognized by state and local taxing authority as a tax exempt organization and partner with other nonprofit organizations who also have the same goals for the benefit of the Black community. The CAM goal getters, choose your membership. But before you do that, again, I encourage you to please first purchase the book. That's all I ask. Read my story for yourself. Because I only want to hear from those that's in agreement. I don't have time to sit up here and debate. It's too much, it's getting worse. And that timeline for us to get this thing up and running is real low, and it's going to get worse for Black Americans that's going to be living here in America. I'm just saying it is, because all these other groups, they own code. And I'm going to talk about that eventually in this presentation. But right now, I'm just going over, for those of you, let's say after you buy the book and you're in agreement, then, choose your membership. One, we're going to have a bronze. That's $5 per month. This includes, you'll get a shout out at the end of audio podcasts or video podcasts as a supporter. Access to exclusive content not found on the internet. Priority reply to comments. Early access to new videos. Number 2, silver. That's $25 per month. This would include access to exclusive content not found on the internet, behind the scenes of the film. Get acknowledgement in the credits at the end of the film under quote unquote producer. Early access to the film opening. Priority reply to comments. Access to Q&A sessions. Number 3, gold. That would be $50 per month. This would include behind the scene of the film, access to the business, access to my Facebook African group, GRCAM of Africa and GRCAM of Chicago. Access to exclusive content not found on the internet. Get acknowledgement in the credits at the end of the film under producer. 50% discount on all major projects and courses in GRCAM of Chicago. And a member shout out. Priority reply to comments. Access to Q&A sessions. Number 4, platinum, $100 per month. Join this membership. It includes access to promote your business if you have one. We will mention them at the end of our videos, behind the scene contents, digital downloads, access to interviews and consultations, access to exclusive content not found on the internet, 75% discount on all of our workshops and seminars. Get acknowledgement in the credits at the end of the film under producer. Priority reply to comments, member shout out, access to Q&A sessions. We have less than 3 years left to get this film project fully funded and made, ladies and gentlemen. I believe the way things are going with the Trump administration, the Democrats will eventually regain some control after the midterm elections, because the Trump administration is doing too much right now. The American people are sick and tired of it. Keep in mind, the Democrats are not our friends. I'm not saying the Republicans are, but the Democrats has proven themselves not to be a friend of Black Americans. They legislate in a lot of cases against us for the betterment of everybody else. When they get back in office, do you think that they're going to make us a top priority like they did with immigrants? I would say illegal immigrants. Do you really think that they will give us an anti-black hate crime bill or give us our reparations? They're going to undo everything the Trump administration has done. They're going to reopen those borders again. They're going to allow illegal immigrants back into our neighborhoods. I am encouraging like minded Black Americans beyond Chicago. Please purchase my ebook and read my story for yourself. I'm also encouraging like minded African immigrants from across the United States of America from 10 African nations. They are as follows: South Africa, Kenya, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Uganda, Angola, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Ghana, and Nigeria. I understand y'all came over here to live out your American dream, but I need your help because for 34 years, Black Chicagoans have rejected and overlooked my vision and plan to help improve the Black community. The reason why you are able to reach your American dream is because of my ancestors who fought and died during the civil rights era to help get African immigrants and Afro Caribbeans and non white immigrant groups to come to this country. Truth be told, the white supremacist financial elites only wanted European immigrants here. I'm also encouraging the global African family and all of my listeners to help me get my revised book on that bestsellers list so that way um, the Black world can take us serious. Join GRCAM by purchasing my ebook and reading my story for yourself. If you live in North America, then get behind our film project and join my film project team so that together we can create a quality Black empowerment film. I'm encouraging Black millennials and Generation Z to take a stand. After all, this business is for you and your family. I'm calling upon Black content creators and African content creators who have a large audience. Please allow me to come on your platform to speak with your audience about my revised book and my film project. This is not my burden alone. This is a shared burden that GRCAM members must fix within Black society. It's my hope that GRCAM members will take the lead to rebuild our communities. That's why I'm calling upon people to join GRCAM. I don't want the business and the vision to die in America. Before I cut and run to Africa, I want GRCAM members to build the best African American business within the United States of America. And again, that would be the Grassroots Community Activist Institute of Chicago. We want to build that for credibility. You know what I'm saying? GRCAM vision is to build a bridge between the low income Black community and the African immigrant community. Building this bridge is the key to a much deeper mission. It's my goal that the diaspora would, like I say, invest in African youth culture, assist in building the infrastructure and building business development to Africa so that we can do international trade among our members and people and vice versa. We want Native Africans to invest in, I would say, the low income Black community. Share your music, share your culture. We just want to do international trade. I'm pushing this vision in my film in order to reach the Black masses and the Black world. This is my contribution to Africa's rising. It is said that we give 97% of $2 trillion away to all these other groups. Everybody else is get a majority of our money. If we just kept 10% of that money, then we could build our own businesses and hire our own people. Once we build Chicago, then we could stay focused on improving our community while strengthening the Black family. GRCAM of Chicago aim is to become an economic base within the Black community. I encourage GRCAM members to stay out of the streets. We have done enough. We built this country for free, and yet they still don't want to give us our reparations. So, you know, it is what it is. It's their system. Let them, deal with it. We can't make them pay us, but we don't have to join their battles neither. This is their battle and their systems. White America don't care about anything until it affects them. I'm trying to use this new technology and social media to help spread my vision among people on my friends list and beyond. I am personally inviting everyone on my friends list and everyone in my social groups to please try to participate in these monthly virtual interactive conferences. Even if you're not able to physically be on this platform with me, then watch the replay. Leave a public comment um, on my in the comment section on my YouTube page, and most of all, share it with all your friends on all social media sites that you are on. That's going to help me get the exposure I need, and it's going to help get the ball rolling. I don't want to be doing this for another 34 years. I'm just being real. Once my Christian business is established in Chicago, then I plan on having African immigrants within the United States of America to help us expand it to the 10 African nations that I mentioned earlier. My vision for Africa: to reconnect with our ancestral homeland. It's my hope to connect with African immigrants, um, to help me get this thing. I'm gonna say to get it. The word is on the tip of my tongue. Help it materialize, basically. Now, Black Americans, they're gonna come on board right now. It's kind of like you know, Emmanuel Barbie, he's in some kind of fantasy, blah blah this, blah blah that, all that negativity. And believe me, like I said, those people that set up here and rejected my vision and plan, and this once we start making an impact and I'm start making some money, mark my words, everybody in Chicago is going to want to be a part of us. But I have to throw this in their face. And I don't want to be, that's how come I just want to hurry up, get it popping here, and I turn it over to my management team, let them run it. And I want to bring my business starting in South Africa and then spread to these other 10 African nations, set up local chapters so we can do international trade. That's what this is all about. We will go through the proper channels with the African governments to make sure that our business is going to be legitimate, because we're going to do all the paperwork and do what the necessary requirements, pay the necessary fees and all that. We will offer employment to our members based on our budget and sponsorship. We will provide infrastructure for clean running water, agricultural technology to feed the people, offer solar energy to help our members with their electric generators, and most of all, help improve each African economy that we go to, in exchange for dual citizenships for Black Americans that's GRCAM members, because we're bringing over our talents. And like I say, I want to make sure in our business that Black Americans is going to benefit too, because this is only one sided under Pan Africanism, and they've been out for 125 years. See, over here we want to connect with the community so this business can be passed down to the next generation. That's what I'm on. The grassroots community activist movement is a 21st century community building approach to solving social problems within the low income Black community and the African community and throughout the African diaspora. The Chi of Chicago will promote Black economic empowerment on the domestic front and also on the international front. Purpose to recruit brave and smart Black Black Americans and African immigrants. I'm called by my Lord and Savior Jesus slash Yahshua to rebuild our inner cities in America, similar to that of Nehemiah, who was called by God to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem. Nehemiah used qualified engineers, architects, and inventors to rebuild a new city. We are seeking qualified Black middle class professionals and African immigrants in the following areas. I want Black attorneys, African attorneys, investors, business partners, Black entrepreneurs, African entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs, and philanthropists. We're also looking for legitimate artists such as film directors, producers, actors, stage managers, professional fundraisers, technical directors, and marketers who can come to Chicago and join our management team. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not on here playing games. This is real. And I'm trying to do the best I can within my power. I created GRCAM, the Grassroots Community Activist Movement, in 1991 on a site called Gopher to help raise awareness about the genocide taking place within our inner cities in America in order to connect with other like-minded individuals who share my vision to form a legitimate coalition across the United States and around the globe for my cause, Help Stop the Genocide in American Ghettos, started in Chicago. Urban violence is a moral issue, just like American slavery and lynching was. Mega corporations want to control the internet and silence inspired voices. GRCAM is a body of believers committed to the cause of Christ and willing to serve in this day and age. We believe and support the concept of family as described in my revised book, which is the foundation of my Christian business, that the family commends with marriage, and that marriage is defined by God as the union of one man with one woman. My revised book, quote, The Solution for Black America, Reclaiming, Rebuilding, and Restoring the Urban Ghettos in America, second edition, is just the beginning. What I want to be remembered for is trying to build something positive in the Black community instead of complaining about the white man, career politicians, and the government. Once we get this film project fully funded and made, and the proceeds from the film starts pouring in, then I will be in a better position financially to purchase property in Chicago, buy office equipment, hire qualified Black middle class professionals and qualified African immigrants to assist me in building the Grassroots Community Activist Institute of Chicago. Ladies and gentlemen, all righty. So the mission of GRCAM of Chicago to eradicate urban violence in Chicago through art, culture, commerce, spiritual development, and hosting African tours. We will promote economic opportunities in the Black community and in the African immigrant community by being an advocate and an economic base. We will offer different membership levels, basic membership, networking membership, and entrepreneur membership. The GRCAM of Chicago will be a multi-purpose facility consisting of a nonprofit sector as well as a for-profit sector, operating under 9 functions within the low-income Black community. They are as follows. 1, a social service component. Number 2, a spiritual component, which would be optional for secular people. Number 3, a political component. 4, entertainment component. 5, an entrepreneur component. 6, health and wellness component. 7, Black grassroots media component. 8, science and technology component. 9, travel and tourism components. Under the for-profit sector, It will be known as the Red Zone. We will offer a state of the art recreational center, which will have bowling, high rope adventures, captivating game rooms featuring the latest video and amusement, stylish billboards, energetic dance rooms, and quality restaurants. Various businesses on site, child daycare, and on site music recording studio for our members and students making documentary films and stage plays. In addition, we will host family friendly activities, including combination deals, birthday parties, weddings, and corporate parties. We will practice group economics in real time by pooling our resources together in order to create and control our own community grocery store, community healthcare center, and community housing, because all of us need food, healthcare, and shelter. This is an example of group economics in action. We will offer rental space for our members who have went through our business programs under the nonprofit cooperative. We are a certified 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to opening the world of inner city youth through local cultural immersion, career development, and skill building, and eventually hosting African tours to 10 African nations. Our objective is to invest in Black youth, African youth, through our business, access to culture, economic empowerment, and transformative power by becoming a global citizen. We understand that active participation and hands on experience are crucial for effective learning and personal growth. That's why our programs will be carefully crafted to be dynamic, stimulating, and interactive through a variety of engaging activities, workshops, and collaborative projects. We will foster an environment where our students can actively explore, question, and discover the world. We will create and produce film, stage plays, and music that address the concerns, interests, and culture of Black people and African people. We will provide hands on television production, education, equipment access for Chicago residents who are members of GRCAM. GRCAM Chicago will provide coverage of local events and give Chicagoans a voice by providing video training, facilities, and equipment for Chicago residents. GRCAM Chicago will empower Black Chicagoans to tell their stories, share their perspectives, and connect communities through media. We will provide the training, equipment, digital streaming, and on demand content, and create short films, documentaries, and stage plays in order to reach our audience around the globe. Our programs will consist of the following: we will offer associate degrees and vocational training to our members and students, um, automotive technology, cosmetology and barbering, commercial driving training, tech and trade. Focus on fostering a supportive environment for Black girls, and Black boys, African boys can explore careers in technology and trades. The program seeks to inspire confidence and competence through hands-on learning, experience, workshops, and community engagement. Birthright Reconnecting to Africa. This program will focus on self-discovery and cultural exploration with our ancestral workshops. This unique and enriching program is designed to help Black youth reconnect with their roots and heritage. Learning to Fly in the Sky. This program aims to inspire and educate youth about um, aviation, engineering, and the thrill of flying. This program will introduce our students to the world of aviation through hands on activities and mentorship from experienced pilots, just like our ancestors did during Tuskegee Institute. Media service. This program aims to teach our students about marketing, media consultant, event coverage, and collaboration. Parenting classes. We will teach young adults how to care for their children, and we will encourage marriage. Violence prevention programs. Our second chance programs for street credibility, aimed at ex offenders of nonviolent crimes, former gang members, and homeless individuals within our community who want better for themselves. We have we will pool our resources to build a bright future, help our brothers and sisters rebuild their lives, help the youth, and create awareness about the epidemic of genocide within our Black ghettos across the United States of America. We will use the Black Rhino to represent our relentless determination and willpower to overcome whatever obstacle we encounter. We are recapturing our dreams. We're learning through our journey. The past does not have to dictate the future. We pledge to focus on a bright future which will share in harmony and unity. We pledge to assist our brothers and sisters in every way we can, if it's only a kind word of encouragement. We pledge to uplift one another and restore our lives, and we vow to deter from criminal activities at all times. Financial literacy workshop. Financial foundation for wealth creation focus on the ability to manage personal finances through education about basic budgeting, investing, personal credit, real estate, retirement, and tax planning. In this course, students will learn to evaluate barriers to entry and potential marketing using decision making tools like cash flow statements and budgets, money mastery, income, budgeting and spending, risk management and insurance, credit repair, debt management, real estate, investment, tax planning, retirement planning, building a successful plan. This will be known as the Green Zone. GRCAM of Chicago will be governed by an advisory board. GRCAM of Chicago will be membership based and operate for the mutual benefit of our members. Also, any earnings we make are returned to our members in the forms of lower prices through our quality programs and services. We will assist our members again with their utility bills based on our budget and sponsorship. We will offer light groceries through our food pantries, drug rehabs, and tutoring services for Black youth, African youth, and their families. Under our travel component, we will promote African tourism to reconnect with our African GRCAM members and do international trade with our con- continent that uplifts local African communities. Our aim is to encourage builders and investors to follow suit with investing strategies and a mindset shift to thrive. GRCAM members will have access to mentors, building generational wealth, freedom, and legacy in Africa and vice versa. The Kai of South Africa will focus on helping GRCAM members from America with choosing the right cities and neighborhoods to start their business, understanding African risk and realities about buying property and setting up businesses. This is for people who want a sustainable, purpose driven, and profitable business on the continent, not just another generic business course, but hands on experience with legitimate professionals on the continent and those that have been screened by us. The Kai of Chicago will help benefit Africa because we will form an alliance with African immigrants in the United States of America. In each African nation we will visit, we will match Black entrepreneurs with African entrepreneurs, Black artists with African artists, again, so that we can do international trade with our brothers and sisters on the continent. We will also plan on setting up local chapters. I already said that. Our objective is to unite middle class, working class, and underclass Africans with the diaspora and vice versa. I'm almost done, ladies and gentlemen. Just bear with me. GRCAM members will, okay. Alrighty. I already said a lot of this, so I created this online talk show, Help Stop the Genocide in American Ghettos, to give people on my friends list who are artists such as comedians, fashion designers, filmmakers, models, musicians, poets, gospel singers, spiritual leaders, and upcoming entrepreneurs to promote their products and services to my listeners from the global community. I have proven my commitment throughout the years. I will be sharing the word of God and ministering for the glory of God for his manifestation. God is faithful and he shall be glorified in this business. I am on a mission from God to share my plan and vision with those who will listen, and how the CAM members will take the lead in turning around our inner cities in America and in due time in the slums of Africa, if given a chance. We will practice group economics in real time by pooling our resources together in order. I already said that, so skip that. The Chi of Chicago will also benefit Africa because we will form an alliance with African immigrants here in the United States of America and replicate the business in each African nation that we will visit. Our programs and services are designed to promote African culture and Black American culture, recreational and other activities for the benefit of local residents who reside on the west side of Chicago and eventually on the south side of Chicago. Strengthen the Black family and African family through culture, educational, and community infrastructure at the local level. Promote music, drama, fine arts, entertainment, sports, recreation, and other activities. Develop and promote annual festivals as community events for the benefit of, um, I would say, Black residents. Um, okay, I already said that. So, this is what I've learned from this documentary, Banned in Europe, Sold in Africa. That was Africa's soil was used by the white supremacist financial elites as a factory for colonial plantation. Fertilizers and pesticides were brought in not to feed African families, but to enrich European markets. Then, after independence, the Green Revolution arrived with its promise of progress to help feed Africa's population, only to entangle African farmers in cycles of debt and dependency. Decades later, the faces have changed, but the systems remain. Bill Gates, Arca, multinational corporations such as Bayer, Monsanto, and Yora promised to end hunger. Instead, they have tightened the grip. They told African farmers that their seeds were illegal and their soil will starve without foreign fertilizer. Europe continued to add insult to injury. They banned dangerous pesticides in their homeland, yet shipped them to African nations, thousands and thousands of tons. Global African family, listen to me. If we lose Africa, we lose everything. I want to be a part of Africa's rising. So help me get my revised book on that bestsellers list so that I can be in a better position financially to get this business popping. But I want, when you buy the book, you know, if you're here in the United States, I want you to be part of the film project. If you're not in the United States, encourage people from your homeland, from the continent. Encourage them that if they're here in America, African immigrants, encourage them to work with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't do this by myself. And yeah, Black Americans are acting funny with me, my own racial group. That's because of that slave mentality. But hey, it is what it is. But I'm reaching out to you all. And that's why I created this platform. No scams over here. This is all about just reading my story and let's make it happen. Those that's not interested, please delete me off your friends list. Go on about your business. That's how I feel. Um, um, God have given Africa to black Africans, not anyone else. Please read Ezekiel chapter 34, verses 11 through 16, King James Version. Let us continue resisting and exposing what these greedy people are doing to us globally. Let us return to our indigenous seeds without using poison, without getting into debt traps, and most of all, without foreign control. If Africa holds 60% of the world's, I guess we call it cultivated lands, why do African governments spend billions importing fertilizer? If Africa has centuries of farming wisdom, why do you allow yourselves to be told that salvation lies in European chemicals? If hunger continues to rise despite billions in aid, who is truly benefiting from this system? This is not just a story about famine. This is a story about power, about who decides what grows in Africa and who profits from Africa's soil. And until that power is reclaimed, until African farmers, not corporations, decide Africa's food future, this is simply neo colonization. None of these companies are located in Africa, nor do they have Africa's best interests. Millions of dollars from African farmers is leaving Africa. Our people are suffering globally because of these white supremacist financial elites have convinced our ancestors that we shouldn't listen to them and that we should listen to them. And this is how they repay us through enslavement and colonization. Wake up, African people, wake up, Black people. We need to stop doing business with these people and reclaim our continent once and for all. Shout out to Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger for taking back their country and kicking out the French. They should be an example, and that should spread all over Africa. But yet, a lot of African leaders don't like what those people are doing because they enjoy, um, being puppets for the white supremacist financial elites. It's not too late for us to return to our traditional ways. We don't want to be Europeans. We're Black Africans. Africa and the diaspora need to boycott these companies and their products. The question is, why are Africans continue to allow these people to come and tell you how to do things? Food is power, and there are so many corporations that are benefiting from our ignorance. Help me grow this platform with 1 million subscribers. I have reached out to everyone and I ask everyone on my friends list and everyone in my social groups that we want at least 5 people to join our panel. However, you know, I didn't get that many people at all, to practice with me. And so, hey, if I have to hold it down myself, so be it. But doggone it, I will be heard loud and clear. And this is what I want to be remembered for. And I want to make sure once we get this business popping, none of my members have to go through this type of foolishness. If the main problem with Black Americans is they have become Americanized. They have developed this type of narcissist type of attitude. Hey, I got mine, you get yours. If I come across anybody like that during our mandatory orientation, I'm gonna just tell you up front to leave. All right. So I am done with my presentation. That's called Side A. So Side B will be on Saturday. And I already set the times. I see it again. That would be Saturday, January 31st, which is my birthday. So wish me a happy birthday, y'all. That would be nice. And for my birthday, please purchase my ebook. Buy that. That would be a gift for me. I mean, I'm not in a position right now to hire people because I'm not making money, unfortunately. And unfortunately, the black community support the dope man more than me. That's just how it is, unfortunately. And he's killing the black community because he's selling poison. It is what it is. But I love my people, and this is my assignment. God wants me. He's using me through this type of to build this business. But again, this is a Nehemiah assignment. It's not just about Emmanuel Barbie. It's about GRCAM members. Because everybody's not going to want to be a GRCAM member. So, and I'm only responsible for GRCAM members, bottom line. Purchase my book, be in agreement with me, I can work with you. Again, those times would be 2 p.m. American Central Time, 3 p.m. Canadian Time, 8 p.m. West African Time, 9 p.m. South African Time, 10 p.m. East African Time, 8 p.m. UK Time. Okay? All right. Now, before I end this side A, we are going to look at some slides and stuff. And this is just bear with me. All right, this is my YouTube page. Please help subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Okay, that's where you hit the subscribe thing. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just giving you an example. Okay? All right. So, under this video, where it says the comment section, that's where I post everything. This is my credibility right here. This is where you find my book. And I'm just showing you right now. This is our GoFundMe page right here. Our PayPal page. Buy me a coffee page. My virtual store. Okay. This is my stuff on Spotify where you can listen to it. So I put everything, this is all in the comment section. And again, this is my credibility. This is what I stand on. So right there, that's all I want before you even donate to this the film project. Read my story. That's all I'm asking, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, Kindle means ebook. $9.99. You click on that and see they say it's available. So, and then the paperback, $15 plus shipping and handling. Okay. Show you the GoFundMe page. There it is. And like I say, our goal is to get $250,000 so we can make a quality film. So far, no donations. But all I can do is keep trying to make this thing happen. I want to make a quality Black empowerment film with GRCAM members that's going to help me do that. That's here in America. And we're going to get that thing popping here before I come to Africa. So it is what it is. This is our PayPal. Now on here, with PayPal, I only can get up to $10,000. That's the maximum. But you know, I'm just saying that's another option where you can donate money to. Buy me a coffee. Like I said, I had different places just 'cause, some people say they didn't want to, they didn't like GoFundMe. I'm like, okay, well, I give people different options. So that's this one over here. So that's where that's at. Okay. All right, I'm gonna get out of this. Let's see. I have some more. This is where I was actually reading from. So let me go back at the top. I encourage my listeners to please follow me right here because this is where I post all of my speeches. So like this, so this is what I just finished reading. But yeah, it's a lot of information because again, I'm not a half stepper. I want to make sure that hey, I bring my receipts and I'm gonna show you my receipts. Ain't no half stepping on my end. That's how come, I don't associate with people that just like to run off at the mouth. I like to back up what I say if given a chance. You know what I'm saying? If you want to work for my business, then you're gonna have to come correct. I want you to have at least associate's degree or above. I'm just saying, people that don't have degrees, I'll work with you, but I do want educated, especially black middle class professionals on my team because I want to have an effective and successful um, business. Now, the reason I went all the way down here is because, these are just different. This is the video that you have to watch. And if you want to come on this platform, you got to watch that video right here. And it's going to look a little better when I go to Substacks. So you can befriend me on this one. See right here, you just type that in and send me a friend request on here. Substacks. So I'm gonna go into it. And so this is the video that you'll watch or documentary. Watch that first. And then please leave a public comment if you don't want to get on this platform or if you don't want to come on the show on Saturday. Just in the comment section below, I just left where I have my book and all that stuff at. In those comment sections, just leave a public comment about the docudrama. How you feel about it? What's your reaction? That's important, and share it with your friends because we want to get these messages out. I want to bring my business over to the African continent, but I got to get my business popping here in America first for credibility and trying to help my own people from my lineage, descendants of American slaves. Okay, so I'm finna click on this. See, again, this is side A. This is where I do all the talking and everything. And yeah, I post my speech over here as well, you know. So those of you that, let's say, on the African continent that in terms of, yes, when you look at videos, it takes a lot, so it eats a lot of your bundles. Well, you can read it, you know. You can read my speeches for yourself. Just saying. All right, so I'm gonna scroll down because I want to show you some videos. It's a lot of TikTok videos about Black Americans, being harassed by other, these other groups about going out there marching and protesting. We like, we created this country, doggone it. We're not going to sit up here and be fighting other people's battles. We're not the civil rights generation. We ain't that at all. But anyway, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, I don't even have to click on it, but I'm just saying these are some things. And shout out to the African Diaspora News Channel. This is where I found out about, this docudrama, but I saw it first from here. And then I looked up I did my own research, and then that's where I found this docudrama. Sorry, this documentary. And so, I'm listening to it. So, and people got some different perspectives. That's what I like to listen to. It's kind of late right here, so I'm not going to play that. So what I'm going to do is just show you. Listen to this sister. She's made some good points about not going out there marching and protesting for illegal immigration, because that goes against our interests as Black Americans. So, yeah, listen to this brother. These are people from TikTok, by the way. But I'm saying just listen to what they have to say. They got some good points. I really want to play this one. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to go there.
This don't got nothing to do with George Floyd. So why did they bring it up? Just hold on.
Shameful and disgraceful. And you would think that entire state would be a little bit more sensitive for the rhetoric that they use, given what happened in 2020 with the George Floyd riots, when their city and their state was quite literally up in flames for quite some time. And then, of course, that ignited a violent protest around the country. We all remember what happened.
So why bring him up? George Floyd don't got nothing to do with ICE. This is how they be trying to incite riots. I'm starting to realize that the government just love chaos. They love chaos, and they love to play with people's emotions. Why bring it?
I'm telling you. So that wasn't cool. Bring up George Floyd. We didn't ask none of them groups to come out. Let's hear this brother shoot.
Don't care if feelings are hurt. It is not Black people's job to stand up to ICE. It is not our job. White people, it's up to y'all, yes, y'all, to get it through your own people's heads that this shit is bad. And yes, protesting is hard. And yes, there are going to be innocent people that are taken for a better cause. And guess what? Black people have been protesting and doing this for over 300 fucking years in America. Y'all really just started within the past 10 years. It's a lot of work, yes, but y'all gonna have to keep working and keep on protesting, keep on talking to your people and getting it through white people's head, so that way we can actually have a better America. But y'all have to do the majority of the work, not us Black people.
That's right, because y'all are the ones that's in charge. You know what I'm saying? We under their system.
Let me be clear. ICE and immigration has nothing to do with Black Americans. This is absolutely an unfortunate situation that our country allowed people to live here for so long undocumented. But that does not mean Black Americans are obligated to protest, march, or put our lives on the line. We already walk around as targets every single day. The system never stopped for us, never did. Following the law isn't hatred. Protecting our lives is not selfish. Black Americans don't owe anyone our safety.
And so these are other videos that I recommend that you all look at when you get a chance. All of this stuff is important. This is what we're going through over here in America, but also I share stuff that's also what's happening on the continent, like this right here. You know, I like to be real rounded. I like to know what I'm talking about, and I like to bring receipts. Okay. So all of this stuff is important, ladies and gentlemen. And there go our Dr. King. Yeah, he was pushing for reparations, and they ended up taking him out. You know, that wasn't cool. It was non-violent. That man didn't deserve that. But hey, it is what it is. So yes, these are all the videos that I like to, I like to be real well-rounded. I'm not some dude that's just on here just running off at the mouth. I have different things that you can look at. All this stuff is important. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude side A. Thank you all for listening. Please purchase my revised book. If you agree with my vision and plan, then make arrangements with me to get on this platform and get on camera and let's talk about it. If you're camera shy, then I will be respectful. You could just cover up your camera, use an icon or some type of picture, and you can just do audio. But bottom line, we need to get this message out here because this is to help, our young people. We don't fight for our young people. Nobody else will fight for them. And all I'm trying to do is, build something productive and positive, not only here in America, but also bring it over to the African continent. That's all. Separate ourselves from these low down con artists, and people that want to run game. We're going to hold them accountable if they join my business. That's all I'm saying. With that being said, peace and blessings, and I look forward to seeing you all on Saturday. Again, if you're not comfortable about coming on the platform, please leave a message in the comment section. Just listen to what I have to say, or watch that documentary. Leave a public comment about it and share it with your friends. That's all I ask then. But please purchase my revised book. All of you, all of my listeners, those of you that's on my in my social groups. I've been giving you an opportunity for the longest to come on here and be active, but you act like so busy and all that stuff. And so once I start making money and stuff, I'm gonna remember all that stuff because I'm only gonna reward people that's working with me now. Don't work with me once I start making money and all that stuff. That's not cool. And I'm not setting myself up, to be used, so to speak. But with that being said, thank you all for listening, and I look forward to hopefully having some of you to come on this the panel. If not, at least we're gonna try. But I said my piece, so I want to hear from others. That's all. Thank you all for listening. Peace and blessings. And that's going to conclude side A.